Hi, boys and girls. So we are about to read Chapter 4, Music Room Mystery from our story, Erie Elementary, Sam Battles the Machine by Jack Chabert. So let's see what happens. We remember that Sam, Antonio, and Lucy were chasing Mr. Erie, or Sam was chasing Mr. Erie, and he was going to the music room. So we're going to see what happens in the music room today. Sam slid to a stop at the music room door. He peered through the window. Mr. Erie was standing in the center of the room. He appeared to be speaking, but there was no one there. Is he talking to Orson? Sam thought. He couldn't hear through the door. Next, Mr. Erie's eyes shot to the floor. Something was happening. The shaggy carpet threads started rising and twisting. Sam gasped. In moments, they grew as tall as overgrown grass. They quickly wrapped around both of Mr. Erie's ankles like tentacles. Sam saw panic on Mr. Erie's face. He was trapped. I have to do something, Sam thought. I don't know much about Mr. Erie, but I do know how powerful Erie Elementary is. Sam threw open the door and burst inside. The teacher whirled around. What are you? He wasn't able to finish his sentence. The carpet tentacles circled Mr. Erie's wrists and tugged. Crash! He fell face first to the floor. Bring! The classroom's grand piano suddenly jerked and jumped, and black and white keys looked like teeth. The piano opened, then snapped shut like a monstrous musical mouth. Bang! Clung! Crunk! Here's a little picture of all of the carpet strings grabbing Mr. Erie, and a picture also of him falling to the floor and the piano. Oh no, thought Sam. The carpet tentacles are dragging Mr. Erie toward the monster. He'll be piano chow. Sam's eyes darted across the room. He spotted a recorder on the music teacher's desk and scooped it up. I'm coming, he shouted. Mr. Erie cried out as the carpet tentacles pulled him toward the piano. Sam raced forward, swinging the recorder like a sword. With one swing, Sam sliced through more of the strange carpet tentacles. At last, he freed Mr. Erie. The piano keys banged, clanged, and then went silent. Whoosh! Something brushed against Sam's ankle. One carpet thread remained. It slithered like a ferocious snake. It snapped out, but Sam jumped up and squashed it. Gotcha, he said. Finally, the room was still. Mr. Erie stared open-mouthed at Sam. He's in shock, Sam realized. Are you okay? He asked. Mr. Erie didn't answer. Who are you, really? Sam asked. Why are you here? Here's a picture of the piano chomping his teeth. And Sam comes to save the day. What would we do without Sam? Mr. Erie simply scrambled to his feet and raced away. Now Sam knew one thing for certain. Mr. Erie was somehow involved with the monstrous school. The school had revealed its powers to him. That was new. Aside from Mr. Nakobe, Lucy, Antonio, and Sam himself, no one else knew about the scary adventures that occurred within the walls of Erie Elementary. Ring! Recess. It was time to tell Antonio and Lucy that something very strange was going on with their substitute teacher. Sam rushed outside to the playground. There's a picture. We are on Chapter 4, A Stunning Discovery. Chapter 5, A Stunning Discovery. Here's a picture. They're on the swings. He spotted Lucy and Antonio on the swing set. Lucy was looking at an open book. We've been doing research, Lucy said as Sam ran over. Antonio tossed an apple to Sam. Thought you might be hungry after missing lunch, he said. Sam smiled and took a chomp. Then he looked down at the book in Lucy's hands. Erie, A Town History. He saw the Erie family tree. At the bottom was a photo of a young boy. The boy's name was Jasper Erie. That's our substitute, Lucy said, poking the page. He just looks younger because this book is so old. Sam studied the page. Unbelievable. This means our substitute is Orson Erie's great-great-grandson. And here's a picture of the family tree. And Jasper's at the bottom. There's Jasper. You couldn't tell. Antonio crossed his arms. I'm not buying it. I still think he's a zombie Orson. He's not zombie Orson, Lucy said. And why does it seem like you want a zombie Orson? Antonio shrugged. Zombies are cool. Guys, listen, Sam said. I have to tell you what just happened. Antonio and Lucy moved closer to Sam. I followed Mr. Erie, Jasper, to the music room, Sam said, and he got attacked by our school. If the school attacked him, that means he's not bad, right? Lucy said. He's definitely bad, Antonio replied. His last name is Erie. I'm not sure if he's good or bad, Sam said. Maybe Orson was battling Jasper like he battles us to take him down. But remember, Orson Erie's science book. It said Orson wanted to come back to life for real. Maybe Jasper's helping Orson, but Orson just got mad at him for some reason. The only way to find out, Lucy said, is to learn more about Jasper. Sam narrowed his eyes. He leaned close and said, after school, we'll follow Jasper Erie. We'll see where he goes, and we'll find out what he's up to. Here's a picture. A couple little pictures. Chapter 6, The Chase. Sam was relieved when the day was over. Ever since lunch, he had been jumpy, and so had Jasper Erie. The substitute teacher was clearly flustered. He simply told the students to read quietly, but Sam hadn't been able to concentrate. And every time he looked up from his book, Jasper Erie was watching him. Students and teachers headed home, but Sam, Antonio, and Lucy headed to the playground. They all hid behind the jungle gym, watching the exit. They were waiting for Jasper to leave. There he is, Sam whispered. Look, Lucy said. Jasper is carrying one of Orson Erie's old journals. It looks like the one we found in the school basement after the locker swallowed me up. Antonio gulped. But that is not a good sign. Jasper unlocked a rusty bicycle from the bike rack. He glanced around like he knew he was being watched. There's a couple of little pictures. Then he sped away. Come on, Sam said. The friends ran after him. Careful, Lucy added. We can't let him see us. When Jasper stopped at the crosswalk, the friends ducked behind an oak tree. Peeking around it, Antonio said, I feel like I'm in a spy movie. Lucy smiled. That's better than most days. Usually it feels like we're in a horror movie. Jasper rode faster. Sam and his friends had to sprint to keep up. Soon, Jasper turned down a shadowy street. The friends heard his bicycle rattle to a halt. Sam's side was hurting as he sped around the corner. He glanced both ways down the sidewalk. There was no sign of their substitute teacher. He disappeared, Antonio exclaimed. There they go on the bike. Where do you think he's going? I wonder. He must have known we were onto him, Lucy said, kicking the ground. Sam eyed the old, tall houses that lined the crooked street. Then he spotted it. Look, Sam said, pointing to a rusted iron fence. Jasper's bicycle sat at the end of a cracked driveway that led to a run-down house. The house's windows were broken and the roof was sunken in. Dead weeds covered the lawn. If Erie Elementary were a house, this is what it would look like, Sam thought. There's Sam checking out the house. And our next this is the house. We're still on this chapter. Looks like it was a new chapter, but... That house was in the library book, Lucy exclaimed. She pulled Erie, a town history from her backpack. Her face lit up as she flipped through the pages. This was Orson Erie's house. This was where he lived when he was alive. It looks really haunted to me, don't you think? I'll show you one more time. Looks kind of creepy. I definitely don't think I'd want to go snooping around there. Sam couldn't believe it. He was staring at the home of his enemy. Just imagine how many secrets this house must hold, he thought. For a moment, his friends didn't say anything. They were too terrified to speak. Lucy shut the book. We need to find out why Jasper is living in his house, Antonio said. Sam stepped toward the iron fence. We need to go inside now. And that is the end of our chapter, chapter 6. So I don't know what is inside, but you can probably maybe take some guesses as to what they'll find when they go inside. I don't think it's going to be good. So next time we're going to read chapter 7, The House of Orson Erie. I'll give you a little glimpse of the picture. And you'll have to wait till next time to find out what happens. So thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.